Have you ever felt like your cat could see straight into your soul? That fixed, unblinking stare can be unsettling, endearing, or just plain confusing. But cats don't stare at random. Every gaze has a purpose. Today, we're going to break down the science and psychology of feline stares, why they happen, what your cat's body language reveals, and how you should respond. By the end, you'll never look at your cat's eyes the same way again. Cats communicate with their entire body, and their eyes are one of the most important tools they use. Those vertical slit pupils that define domestic cats aren't just for looks. They evolved to help them judge distances and make precise, ambush-style attacks on prey. But in the home, these same eyes are also used to communicate mood, affection, and even health problems. The key to understanding your cat's stare is to never interpret the eyes in isolation. Ears, whiskers, posture, tail movement, and even breathing must be read together. One of the most common reasons cats stare is simple curiosity. Cats are natural observers. They take in every detail of their environment, learning about new objects, movements, and sounds. If you catch your cat watching you fold laundry, open a package, or simply walk across the room, they're likely just studying. A curious stare is usually paired with relaxed ears, a calm body, and a neutral or slightly forward whisker position. It's their way of gathering data about the world and about you. Another very different type of stare signals affection. Cats show trust and comfort through what's known as the slow blink. This is when they narrow their eyes, close them halfway, and blink slowly in your direction. Research has shown that cats are more likely to approach humans who slow blink at them first. Unlike dogs, where mutual eye contact can trigger an oxytocin bonding loop, cats don't seem to have the same hormonal response, but their slow blink is still a powerful display of safety and love. When your cat gives you a slow blink, it's their way of saying, "I feel safe with you." You can even return the gesture by blinking slowly back, which many cats will happily reciprocate. Of course, not every stare is romantic. Sometimes your cat is simply hungry. Cats are creatures of habit and quickly learn who in the household fills their food bowl. Around meal times or even hours before, if they're particularly demanding, you may notice your cat sitting near you and staring intently. This look is usually paired with meows, paw taps, or even circling your feet. It's not subtle. It's a direct plea for dinner. The best way to manage this is by keeping a consistent feeding schedule or using timed feeders so the pressure is off you personally. That way, the feeder, not your face, becomes the food cue. Staring can also be linked to fear. A cat that's frightened or anxious will often freeze and fix its gaze on the perceived threat. You'll notice dilated pupils, flattened ears, crouching posture, and possibly hissing or growling. They may stare out a window at a neighborhood cat or into a dark corner where they've sensed something you can't. This stare isn't about you. It's about vigilance. In these moments, it's best to give your cat space, provide safe hiding spots or elevated perches, and avoid direct eye contact, which they may interpret as a challenge. Over time, pairing the scary trigger with positive things, like treats, can help ease the fear. Sometimes a stare is part of social negotiation between cats. In multi-cat households, stares can act as a form of silent communication, often over resources such as territory, litter boxes, or access to a favored human lap. One cat may hold another's gaze until the other looks away or changes direction, signaling submission. This isn't necessarily about strict dominance, but rather about who gets priority in that moment. If you see frequent staring contests between your cats, it may be a sign you need more resources, more litter boxes, more feeding stations, and more vertical space. The general rule is one resource per cat plus one extra, spread out so that no single cat can block access. Then there's the hunting stare. This one is easy to recognize. Pupils wide, whiskers forward, body low to the ground, followed by the classic butt wiggle and pounce. Cats are natural predators, and this stare is all about locking onto a target, whether it's a toy, a bug, or your shoelaces. Providing regular play sessions that mimic hunting behavior is vital for a cat's mental and physical health. Using wand toys or laser pointers in a way that mimics prey movement satisfies this instinct, but remember to always finish playtime by letting your cat catch something tangible, ideally followed by a small snack, to complete the hunt, eat, groom, sleep cycle. While most stares are harmless or even affectionate, sometimes a stare can be a warning sign of a medical issue. If your cat's pupils remain dilated in all lighting conditions, or if they seem to be staring blankly, misjudging jumps, or bumping into objects, it could be a sign of vision loss or high blood pressure, a common condition in older cats that can lead to sudden blindness. Other red flags include head pressing, circling, or dramatic changes in behavior. If you notice any of these signs, it's important to seek veterinary care right away. So, how do you decode your cat's stare in real life? Ask yourself 3 quick questions. What is the overall body language, relaxed or tense? What's the context, mealtime, play, another cat, or something outside the window? And finally, what do the eyes look like, soft with slow blinks or wide and fixed? Put these together and the meaning becomes much clearer. A relaxed stare with slow blinks usually means affection. A calm but attentive stare is curiosity. A direct, insistent look at you near mealtime is hunger. A tense body with wide eyes is fear. Stare-offs between cats signal resource negotiation. And dilated eyes with a butt wiggle mean play or hunting. Understanding these signals is more than just satisfying curiosity, it strengthens your bond. You can respond to curiosity with safe exploration opportunities, answer affection with slow blinks of your own, handle hunger with consistent routines, and ease fear with safe spaces. You can even prevent inter-cat tension by making sure every cat in your household has enough resources to avoid conflict. At the end of the day, your cat's stare isn't a mystery, it's a message. Once you learn to read it, you're no longer just guessing. You're speaking a little more fluently in the language of cats.